Hey, it's Mikey with Rod and Kay. If you don't know who we are a couple that are doing the DIY homesteading and off-gridding thing. What makes this so different and unique? We are in Germany, and we're doing this in Germany. So, this is our weekly roundup of what we got done, where we're going, what we're doing, and it's Coffee with the K is coming up.
Good morning, folks.
Hey, good morning. So, it is Sunday. It is Coffee with the K's.
Yep.
It has been a so-so week. Got some stuff done. We started the week under the weather
Yeah. Still
in
have
more
it.
ways than one. So it has been rain, and more rain since I got back from America.
Yeah. 3 weeks of rain. Very little
I mean,
sunlight.
we've gotten a little bits of sun here and there, but it's been pretty much rain
Yeah.
and a lot of high winds. So
Very cold.
not very cold, but cold.
very
So we ended up having to keep the wood stove running,
Yeah.
which gets in my way of rewiring the temporary wiring. So I didn't get much of that done when it come to that. I did, like Monday and Tuesday, really didn't do anything because the head chest cold thing was really kicking my butt, and so Wednesday I started. As you guys saw, if you watched the previous post, started getting everything together for the winter garden and to go ahead and start trying to move firewood in because we've been burning enough firewood this year that we were in the toss up of do we buy seasoned firewood from somebody that we can burn this year, or can we cut and test what we have because we have quite a bit out on the stacks. So we decided to cut and test what we have on the stacks. So there was some footage of that. We cut the wood and I tested it, and the end that was already exposed was down around 15% or so, and the fresh cut side was 19 or 20. So the specification for our wood boiler is 16% plus or minus 3.
Right.
So that's 13 to 19%. So because we're not having to burn the wood right away, I can go ahead and get it cut and stacked, and we have like a month and a half worth of firewood. So maybe we'll get to maybe get near Christmas, before we even have to burn this. So it's going to give it a little more time to dry, especially on the open face, on the open cut. So that's what we're going to do. If it's a little bit above, I have the chimney man come twice a year anyway. Yeah. So it's not a big deal. What
and
else?
It's all hardwood. There's no pine at all.
Yeah.
And the hardwood doesn't leave the creosote like the pine does.
Yeah, the last bit of firewood was a lot of pine.
Yeah.
It came mixed in because we did cleanup work to get that firewood along the forest for the Forestmeister. So we ended up with a little bit of pine. The pine's been down for like 3 years, 4 years, and still you can see a little bits of sap. So we've only burnt, 1 or 2, 3 pieces per load just to get rid of it.
We mostly save it and chop it into kindling to get the fire started.
Excellent for getting the fire started.
It's really good for getting the fire started. So we try and save it.
You got your truck back?
Yep, got my truck on Tuesday.
I don't know.
Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, which was a good thing because the little loaner car I had was very little and could not haul a lot of weight, and we need the truck.
Yeah, we move a lot of stuff. Stuff that's it's off camera, you don't really see it, but we haul a lot of stuff, and its presence was definitely missed.
Definitely, yeah.
As you saw in some of the video, we're doing a winter garden down in the basement. It is weird, a winter garden in the basement, but it's actually not that bad of an idea. Yeah. It is not a really super dry environment, and it stays temperate. It stays,
the temperatures stay within the range
it
that you
stays
need.
right around 15 degrees, Celsius, which is like perfect for plants. Plants thrive at that temperature. So,
and the rooms are empty.
Yeah, with that said, it's plenty of empty room. We don't have to, do much. So we're coming up in the future, you're gonna see some hydroponic type stuff.
We're going to do a DIY hydroponic
We have
system.
been going through YouTube videos because YouTube University, going through various YouTube videos, looking at different hydroponics and stuff and different methods that people have used. We're going to use a spin of a couple of different takes on how to build a hydroponic system.
Yeah.
And we're building our own, but we're taking good ideas that we see from across the various systems.
It's not one set plan. It's like we see this one and that's a good idea, and then we see this one and that's a good idea, so we're combining them.
We're kind of trying to come up with our own best plan, which suits us.
We discovered that we're having a hard time sourcing the stuff we need to build it from the German stores, so we've had to order it on Amazon and wait for it to come in.
Yep.
That's one of the, I would say, one of the disadvantages of living in rural Germany is you don't have that selection that you have in bigger places or like in America.
Yep.
So, but thank God for Amazon.
Yeah. But so, like we were saying earlier, you saw us cutting wood. You saw me going down in the basement, getting that plan together.
Yeah.
We got all the lights. We're going to try to hit it full gas. We got all lights. We got another extra light, which I'll show you guys for the hallway. It's a super long single LED tube. It's perfect for the hallway.
Yeah.
You'll see as I put it all in, and the electrical fits into the renovation project, and we're going to get back to that renovation project. It's not on hold. It's just little branches of it are happening
on the
sides as it needs to happen. So like the heating redo was all part of that because we needed to take a lot of the pipes out of the system that didn't need to be in the system that we have to remove, and we're going to use those paths to route fresh water and stuff like that. So
since he's moving the heat pump to the other side of the basement, which is right outside the room that's going to be my winter garden, he's got to run electric for that anyhow.
Yep.
So since he's already running wires, he might as well run the outlets and the lights in the basement because it's really old.
Yeah. As you saw in some of the previous videos, it has bakelite switches and stuff like that.
They're cool. The
rotary quick switches. And we'll leave one or two of them maybe for nostalgia purposes, but we need to get to the modern times and modern toggle switches, which I did find the right switch and outlet combination that we're going to put in there and everything. Yeah. And I'll go into more detail when I'm actually doing that.
Because the grow lights will be on a timer.
We're going to try to get the floor marked out this week.
Yes.
For the trenching. Because now we're coming to the point where that's what the next step is going to be.
Yeah.
We're going to get the electrical run during the week to get an outlet to where the warm pump hot water heater is going. And in that process, that leg of wiring is going to be used to power the hydroponic stuff.
Yeah.
So while it's the hydroponic, that the winter garden outlet setup and lights really aren't part of the renovation, but they are because it's all the new wiring that I'm putting in anyway. So it's a little more time spent doing the wiring,
And the hydroponics, it's something that I've wanted to learn to do for a long, long time. And it is easier and cheaper for us to do it in the basement because I don't have to heat the greenhouse,
right,
as well as put the lights on timers. And I think it'll be easier to control the temperatures than in my greenhouse. Because the temperatures here in Germany fluctuate so crazily, and it doesn't matter what time of the year.
But with that said, though, the hydroponic is not going to be solid mounted. It's going to be transportable.
Yes.
So that in the spring, once we're past last frost and everything, she can actually pick the system up and move it out to the greenhouse and actually use it in the greenhouse and have everything for for the gardening and everything,
Right.
out back where she normally is. So it's not a permanent setup. Plus, we're actually going to move it to the other room to where the heating system.
Dexter's winter garden will be where the old heating system is.
And then we're going to reutilize the room that she's going to use this year for the winter garden for other purposes. Yes. We'll get it all ironed out and figured out. But the basement has been relatively dry since we did stop using all the
drains.
The drains. So we know that's the issue.
Yeah.
And that that's the next step. We're going to cut the floor and put these drains in. She did work at the bazaar on the airbase, and what that is it's a fundraiser that gives back to the military community. What they do is they have basically almost like a flea market style setup where all these various vendors come in and they bring their wares, and a lot of it's crafted items and stuff that these vendors make themselves.
Or it's personally owned vineyards. It's their wines. It will be like it's international. One of the guys was Irish, and he had brought Irish wool made sweaters and blankets and kilts, and it's a cool event. It wasn't this year was really small, but I guess they started charging the vendors more, and on top of the European taxes that the vendors have to pay, and it causes them to lose money.
So rather than tell you about it, we'll insert some video footage, and we'll go ahead and we'll show that to you right now.
Candles. It smells really good over here. All kinds of schnapps, liqueurs. There's a licorice, a cappuccino liqueur, chocolate liqueur, pistachio. Oh, these are cool. Oh, look how pretty these are. Distillery truck with schnapps glasses. Nice. As you can see, wine is quite popular. Hi, how are you today? Good. You have a nice selection.
Yes, thank you.
It's all Mosel wine?
Yes, everything was made by my dad. We're a small family business.
Ah, Sebastiani's. I love it. Been there many times.
Yeah,
Glad you're back again this year. Hand-painted Christmas ornaments. One of my favorites, Starry Night. believe this person. Everything comes from Ireland and Scotland?
Sorry?
It all comes from either Ireland or Scotland?
It's nearly always made in Ireland.
Awesome. So he was saying it's nearly all made in Ireland.
Well,
Nearly all,
I
yes.
don't see anything was made in Scotland at all. Everything.
Nice. So it's truly an international bazaar. They sell pretty much anything you can think of. It's a great way to get souvenirs from your time here in Germany. Ooh, the smell of leather. Here we have what they call Polish pottery. It's a extremely popular collector's items. It's really beautiful work.
Keep it as well.
Turkish carpets.
And so now we're back, and so that was the they call it the fall bazaar, holiday bazaar,
Holiday bazaar.
holiday bazaar. Like she was saying, in previous years it was larger. Hopefully they get that back on track. I know Corona, did a lot of damage to stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it did a lot of damage for businesses
Globally.
all over.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can all get past that. On to some YouTube business. We did pick up a couple more subscribers. We're slowly growing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Click that subscribe. It gets us that one step closer to monetization, and it actually encourages us that, hey, what we're doing, people are watching. We do have over 2.5 thousand views, so we are climbing in the views as well. We have 135 public watch hours. Why this all matters, if you don't know, for monetization, you need to be at 1,000 subscribers. You need to be at 4,000 hours of watch time.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. For us, it's not about monetization. The only thing that monetization is going to do for us is it's going to turn a hobby that's costing us money into a hobby that
Pays for itself.
It's going to pay for itself.
Yeah. And we need to get some upgraded equipment. Mike
This is just the
encountered
microphone.
his
The microphones.
serious technical difficulty. He lost about 45 minutes of footage because there was absolutely no video or audio.
If you watched the last post, it went haywire. So even though if you look in the video, you'll see there's a little blue light on these microphones. The blue light was on.
It just didn't pick
It was
anything up.
in the video. The blue light was on, but there was absolutely no audio. And so I lost like 40 minutes of footage. And the thing is, I shoot the footage while I'm working.
Yeah.
And so it's not
You
like I
can't
can
go back and do it again. Yeah.
and reshoot the footage because this is all happening while I'm working.
Yeah.
So the footage got canned. I had to do a voiceover, and then in the next little segment in the post, I had to explain what happened. Yeah, it was just.
We seriously need to upgrade our mics. That's something we have to do.
So we're gonna throw some more money at the hobby.
Mustafa.
What else?
So I've last night we actually had to stop work because we had a birthday party to go to. One of my very good friends, she used to own a pub, and she always holds her birthday in the pub even though she's closed it. And it's really nice to be back in that area because it's such good memories being in that pub with her and everybody in town or all within the local area. So we ended up having to go there last night. Old friends, lots of alcohol. lots of food.
Just the way it is, you
It's
know.
a good
It's
time.
times.
Yeah. And then this Friday, I'll probably get some footage. They have a holiday called St. Martin's. And here in this area, the children make handcrafted paper lanterns, and then they walk through town with usually a person on a horse dressed up to be St. Martin. And then they go to the community. The parade goes through town
Yep.
with the town band, and then they end up at the community center.
Yep.
They have a big bonfire, and you eat. It's not really a pretzel, but it's shaped like a pretzel. But it's cake with cinnamon and sugar on it. It's really good. So I'll probably get some footage of that for y'all, so you can see what it looks like, because it's really pretty.
Yeah, and that
with
would
the
come out
kids
on
walking with the lanterns.
Yeah, that would be part of next Sunday's Coffee with the K's. And as you noticed, our Coffee with the K's have been inside.
Yes.
The weather is just absolutely horrible. We're sorry, guys. We'd love to give you the landscape.
I don't think you'd even be able to hear us with the wind.
Yeah, no. We'd love to give you views of the landscape and stuff like that. We try to change it up, but this is the second week that we're kind of in the same spot.
Yeah.
Know that in the future we're going to try to move about. Maybe if the weather's still bad, we'll just shoot it in the wood barn, something like that. But we're not going to keep you guys any longer. We want to thank you for watching.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Let's grow this channel. And for those of you out there thinking about family and friends, reach out. Give them a WhatsApp or a WhatsApp. You like hearing from them. You know they love to hear from you too. And
at this time of year, it's really important.
This time of the year, it's very important.
People get really lonely, and they think they're alone, and then they do irreversible things.
Yes.
So reach out and tell them, I'm here. If you need me, call me. If you want to visit, stop by.
And down in the description of my channel is my email address. If you're really having a hard time and you need somebody to talk to, hit me up. I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of community service, and
please.
This time of year, you see a lot of people in need of human interaction.
But enough of that. Let's not dwell on too many on the bad things. But we want to tell you, we appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much for those of you that have subscribed.
To my family and friends, hey, what's up? I will be giving them the WhatsApp or the WhatsApp later on. I always do. But until the next one, auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.